Okay, everyone, someone asked me to do a few more practice problems before the quiz, so here we go. So number 13, I want you to notice that there's a negative and there's no other signs in the problem. So therefore my answer still has to have negative in it. Okay? Now what else do we notice? We notice that there's a 3 and there's no other number to simplify with a 3. So I know there's also a 3 in my answer. Let's now look at the u's. Notice I have u5 over u5. And guys, you should notice that whenever I have anything divided by itself, it's 1. So u5 cancels out u5. And I have no more u's. The only thing left is a v3. So here's my answer. Negative v to the 3 over 3. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, here's number 14. Notice this time I have two negatives here. And anytime we have a negative divided by negative, it's positive, right? So I already know it's positive. Also notice the 6 and the 5 are already reduced. So my answer already has got to be 6/5. Notice the y's divided by the y cancels out to 1. And the x6 divided by the x6 is 1. Remember, anything divided by itself is always 1. My answer, therefore, is just simply 6/5. Pause the video if you need to. On this one here, notice I have a negative again and no other signs. So I know my answer's got to have a negative in it. I also notice I have a 2 again without any other numbers to reduce with. So my answer has to have 2 in it. Also notice the x's divided by x will cancel out to 1. Now the y's, notice how I have 5 there and 3 there. With divide we subtract. Again, exponent rule says when you're dividing exponents, subtract. So 5 minus 3 is 2, right? So that's why my answer is going to be this. Negative 2y squared. Again, everything in the denominator canceled out. Pause the video if you need to. On number 16, notice I have a negative again, so my answer is negative. I have 6 and 5. Can't reduce those, so it stays 6 and 5. Now I have some m's here, though. I have a 3 here and a 6 there. 6 minus 3, because with dividing we subtract exponents, is 3. So therefore I have m3. Now why did I put it in the numerator is because the 6 is going to win. There's more m's with 6m than 3m's, right? So 6 minus 3 is m3 there. And the n squared, notice there's no n to simplify, so it's still n squared. So there's my answer. Pause the video if you need to. On number 18, notice I have a 4 down here and nothing to simplify with it. So my answer is going to be 4. Notice this in the denominator. Now let's do our x's. If I have 4 here and 3 down here, 4 minus 3 is 1. So I have x1 or x. And the same thing happens with the y. I have y4 divided by y3. 4 minus 3 again is y1. There's my answer. Pause the video if you need to. Finally, number 17. Note again, these numbers are already simplified. Guys, on the quiz, I will have some, like for example, maybe it'll be 6/8, where you will have to simplify. So keep that in mind. But in our problem, 3 and 4 is already simplified. Notice the a4 divides by a4 to 1. So the a's are gone. And the only thing left is that b6 in the denominator. So please make sure you keep it in the denominator. Don't accidentally put it up there. Okay? But that's it. We are done. And hopefully these extra problems will help you guys. Till next time, bye.